liberty, and justice for all. Good morning, everyone. Start with some guest introductions. Let's start right up front here. My left, your right. Good morning.
I'm with the Geauga Maple Leaf.
Welcome.
I'm Kaylee, I'm with the Sugar Valley Times.
Mary Hexman, League of Women Voters. Shelley Chernin, Protect Geauga Parks.
Barb Hardington, Protect Geauga Parks.
Dave Partington, Communications Secretary, Protect Geauga Parks.
Kate Jacob, I'm running for Geauga County Probate Juvenile Court.
This month, we will take the time to introduce staff. So, questions about who our new interim fiscal officer was or is. So, start up front with Christine, go around the room.
I'm Christine, and the HR manager and interim fiscal officer.
Go ahead, Ron. Yeah. Ron, I'll introduce Ron. Ron Leidy is our new finance director. So this is Ron's first meeting. So welcome, Ron, to the Geauga Park District team. Bounce back to Lucas.
Lucas, IT manager.
Yeah.
Todd Hicks, legal counsel.
Sandy Ward, marketing coordinator.
Mike Rose, Chief Ranger.
Yeah, welcome everyone. And I think I announced last month, but if I did not, welcome Mike Rose to the new Chief Ranger position. So happy to have you. Paul, take some time, introduce yourself.
I'm Paul Pira, biologist for the Park District, manage natural resource management.
And Rebecca.
I'm one of the GPD's land stewards,
Your name?
Rebecca Cantrell.
All right, very good. All right. Go ahead and get into the meeting. We'll call the roll. Mr. Greeno, Mr. Bates, Mr. Stein,
Here.
Ms. Lamarca,
Here.
Mr. Rao.
Here.
Next item on the agenda is to approve or amend the agenda items.
Second.
Thank you. Any questions or comments? Call the vote. Mr. Rao,
Yes.
Ms. Lamarca,
Yes.
Mr. Stein,
Yes.
Mr. Bates.
Yes.
Next item on the agenda is to approve or amend the meeting minutes from February 17th, 2026.
So moved. Second.
Thank you. Any questions or comments? I will call the vote. Ms. Lamarca,
Yes.
Mr. Stein,
Yes.
Mr. Bates,
Yes.
and Mr. Rao.
Yes.
All right, moving on. Presentation of the financial statement. For the month ending February 28th, 2026, the general fund had a beginning fund balance of $4,063,583. The general fund had an ending fund balance of $4,949,199. Had a real estate distribution in revenue, so that's why the general fund balance went up. The land improvement fund had beginning fund balance of $3,025,841 and an ending fund balance of $3,080,129,000. The revenue went up in the land improvement fund for the distribution that came to us for one of our state grants. So all funds combined had an ending fund balance of $8,029,328. Any questions on monthly financials? All right. We'll move on to the presentation of the payment report. New format, we are able to pull this payment report right out of our Uniform Accounting Network software. The report you were getting prior to this required a lot of hand entries. So one thing that is missing is any of the descriptives on any of the items. For example, if they're tires, but we would be happy to answer any questions you might have about the payment report. What you are getting is a little more detail about salaries, payments to deferred comp, things of that nature, payments to a lot of PERS. So I will give you a second to look at the payment report for the month of February. questions on the payment report? Okay. Hearing none, go ahead and move on. Old business. Any commissioners have anything to propose for old business? No, we'll go ahead and move on to new business. Starting with, get there, request to rebid West Operations Facility improvements.
Second.
Go ahead and read the memo. Commissioners, on February 25th, 2026, 5 bids were received for the Rookery West Operations Project. Attached, you will find a memo from Park Planner Meredith McKean, along with the bid results. All 5 of the bids were over the $1,025,000 budgeted for this project. With ongoing need for a West Operations Zone to have a centralized maintenance facility that can support all operational requirements, I recommend that the board consider rebidding the project with slight modifications to the project scope and an increased project budget. I propose raising the budget by $350,000 for a total project budget of $1,375,000. This revised budget includes the cost of extending utilities to the new facility and maintains a 10% contingency during construction. So, any questions? Thank you, Matt, for the memo. Thank you, Meredith. Any more questions? We do have a motion. Do we get a second? Frank, thank you, Frank. We will go ahead and call the vote. Ms. Lamarcus?
Yes.
Mr. Bates? Mr. Rao?
Yes.
Mr. Steiner?
Yes.
Next item on the agenda is a contract award, Big Creek Park, Deep Woods Lodge, restroom improvements. Memorandum from Matt, February 25th, 2026, 3 lump sum bids were received for the Big Creek Park, Deep Woods restroom project. The parent low bidder is Northeast Ohio Trenching Service with a base bid of $308,400. Based on the following findings, we recommend awarding the contract to Northeast Ohio Trenching Service Incorporated. The bid submission was received and determined to be complete. The bid amount was under the engineer's estimate of $325,000. Reference checks confirm that Northeast Ohio Trenching Services Incorporated is reputable and financially responsible, and the search of the Ohio Auditor's findings from recovery database returned no findings for Northeast Ohio Trenching Service Incorporated, 17900 Miles Road, Warrenville Heights, Ohio, 44128. Entertain a motion?
Second.
Okay. Any questions on that project? I'll call the vote. Mr. Rao?
Yes.
Mr. Stein?
Yes.
Mr. Martin?
Yes.
And Mr. Bates?
Yes.
Next item on the agenda is contract award for Mountain One Station asphalt improvements. Commissioners, on February 24th, 2026, 8 bids were received for the Mountain Run Station asphalt resurfacing project. The parent low bidder is Phillips Paving LLC with a base lump sum bid of $185,443. It is recommended that the Board of Park Commissioners accept this bid and award the contract for the Mountain Run Station asphalt improvements project to Phillips Paving LLC. This recommendation is based on the following. The submitted bid has been reviewed and determined to be complete. The submitted bid is within the budget amount of $300,000. After checking the references, Phillips Paving appears to be able to complete the project as specified. After checking their bank references, Phillips Paving LLC is in good standing and currently fiscally sound. And the Ohio Auditor's findings for recovery database yield no results for Phillips Paving LLC. Entertain a motion?
Make a motion. Second.
Any questions or comments? Hearing none, call the vote. Mr. Stein?
Yes.
Ms. Lamarcus?
Yes.
Mr. Bates?
Yes.
And Mr. Rao?
Yes.
Boy, you can tell spring is in the air, awarding projects, so it's a thing to do. Next up, contract award for Hampton Hills dam improvements. March 4th, 2026, 4 lump sum bids were received for the Hampton Hills Dam Repair Project. The apparent low bidder is Marks Construction with a base bid of $762,455.96. Based on the following findings, we recommend awarding the contract to Marks Construction. Their bid submission was reviewed and determined to be complete. The bid amount is under the engineer's estimate of $806,000. Reference checks confirm that Marks Construction is reputable and fiscally responsible, and a search of the Ohio Auditor's findings for recovery database yielded return no findings for Marks Construction, 17900 Miles Road, Winville Heights, Ohio 44128. Entertain a motion?
Yes.
Thank you.
Second.
Thank you. Any questions or comments? Okay, we call the vote. Mr. Bates?
Yes.
Mr. Stein?
Yes.
Ms. Lamarcus?
Yes.
Mr. Ralph? Okay, thank you. Moving right along. A few items to declare surplus property today. 2 office cubicles declared scrap. Olympus digital cameras declared scrap and no longer work. And a 2009 X-Mark Turf Tracer 52-inch mower with a starting bid of $2,500. Entertain a motion.
Second.
Thank you. Any questions? Now we'll call the vote. Mr. Bates? Mr. Ralph? Mr. Stein?
Yes.
And Ms. Lamarcus? All right. Moving right along. For Commissioners' time, we have a presentation from Rebecca Cantrell, our land steward. You're up, Rebecca.
So a little bit about my background. I was with the city of Menard for 3 years. So I helped with some of the deer management there and helped with the surveys, estimating population. So I figured when I came here that it would be a good idea to get some background on what our population is like, just because we allow hunting. So getting numbers on our deer population will provide us a baseline for future land management and hunting activity. So this could give us an idea of, should we continue hunting in these parks, or should we start hunting in some of these parks? Deer are a pretty important keystone species within our woods because they impact all other species. I've seen woods that with a high deer population, they just take over and they eat all the tree saplings, so you're left with like soccer field woods where there's nothing growing. And there's multiple ways you can survey for deer. There's spotlight surveys where you just go out in the woods with a spotlight at night and you count transects. There's also aerial surveys by drone or helicopter. These are typically more pricey, and both of these ways you're only getting like a picture in time of, okay, this night or this day, this is the deer that we have. Whereas camera surveys, we have them up for 2 weeks at least, so we're getting a picture of the deer that come in pretty regularly. And you also get some permanent documentation of the herd. You get pictures of these unique bucks are coming by, or these large groups of does. And all of this is just upholding our mission of Geauga Park District. We're looking towards providing outdoor recreational experiences, and we're looking at the health of our natural resources, in this case, our deer herd. So setting up the camera survey, we have 1 trail camera per 100 acres. And I have about a mile-long list of different references that I use of other surveys that other organizations and universities have done. And everybody has found that you get, if you do a deer survey during the winter, at 1 camera per 100 acres, you'll get about 91% of your population. So that goes into our calculations, what we saw. So 14 days of survey and 4 days of pre-baiting. We were throwing corn out in front of our cameras about every 4 to 5 days. The deer definitely loved that. And I had my fellow land stewards out hauling corn. Sometimes I'm sure they hated me when there was a bunch of snow. So our chosen parks were 2 in each management area: Frohring, Sunnybrook, Big Creek Observatory, Bird and Wetlands, and Swine Creek. I figured for the first year we'll just go big and we'll do the main ones, whether or not we have hunting there. This is an example map of where our cameras were. This is Big Creek, so we tried to spread them out pretty evenly. And then almost every time we baited, we tried to bring the SD cards in, swap those out, and go through the photos. So in this crazy Excel that I created, all the deer are recorded by unique bucks, and their photos are saved, so labeled as like 6 point plus brow tines. And then every subsequent time that they come, they're just labeled as a buck after that to get the frequency that they come through. And we use the frequency that the unique bucks come through to get an estimate for does and button bucks. Button bucks, if you're not overly familiar with deer, this is yearling bucks that just have little nubs. They don't have their antlers yet. And so Big Creek, we had 6 cameras. We had cameras that only bucks came to, and then we had 1 camera that, in particular, that we had a doe with her yearlings come through. They came pretty frequently, so most likely our numbers for button bucks are a little skewed just because they were there so much. They were corn hogs. She also, this is actually her, she had a tendency to hit her babies, which I thought was funny. 'Cause one time our camera was put on video instead of photo, so we got a video of her just smacking each of them. Like, get away, I need to eat. So we had 19.78 bucks. So this fraction is coming from the fact that we're estimating that we get 91% of our bucks. So we had 19 unique bucks, and that 0.78 is just assuming that we didn't get quite all of them. And then 35 does, and again, 50 button bucks, which is probably a little skewed because of that one spot. Bird and Wetlands. So we have 2 cameras for about 200 acres. So I forgot to mention, I also took out all the space where there's ponds or there's concrete, because it's fair to assume that deer aren't going to hang out in the middle of a pond in the middle of Lake Kelso for most of their time. So we had 13 bucks, unique bucks, 16 does, and 14 button bucks. So pretty even out through all of it. Does, we also, so you can't tell yearling does from adult does a lot of times. A lot of times it's just, sometimes they'll appear smaller. So those yearling does are also included in the does. And this is probably the biggest buck that we came across. He's is 11 points, 9 points plus brow tines, and he had a pretty massive body. And this camera in particular was Fight Club for the first week. Just all the bucks came by and tussled over corn. Roaring, we had one camera that was pretty swamped. They devoured all the corn, every single piece, every week. 3 cameras with an estimated population of 8.7 bucks, 3.8 antlerless bucks or butt. Oh, actually these are, so roaring, and I don't have observatory up here. We had the issue of bucks dropping their antlers too soon. So I had to make up for that and estimate how many antlerless bucks there are based on how many still have their antlers. So we had 3.8 antlerless bucks, and it's kind of a testament to how accurate this data is, because that's what I assumed. Looking at the photos, I'm like, okay, there's 3 bucks together that are antlerless, so that's what I figured we had, but just to be safe, I threw it in our estimate formula. And then 12 does and 11.5 button bucks for 36 deer total. And that's across about 300 acres. Swine Creek, we had expectations that there wouldn't be too many deer here just because of all the hunting pressure from Amish communities. And we found that the place was infested. So there's about 11 bucks, 41 does, and 38 button bucks. So we're pretty highly populated throughout that 400 acres. And that guy is, I think he's a 9 point. He was the largest there. And we also came across a tagged deer. And at first I was thinking that maybe he was from one of the surrounding communities that tagged deer, but he's a button buck instead of